We the cast of 1 week love. It is fun, but it is tough. We love
1 week love.
TheSmartLocal.com.
Hello, singles! Welcome to 1 Week Love.
You gotta cheers and
Oh, cup first. Sorry.
You're gonna do this the easy way or the hard way?
How you say hi? Means you are the.
So what was the conversation you all just had?
I got hair salon. I don't know nice one. I cannot see that.
Over here we have Oliver covering Dion's head.
And see, it is natural wild habitat.
Yeah, cover my head. I'm actually very scared. Suddenly I come out my leg. Why shake?
Oh, that's why she looks
Can cut already, my shit is coming out.
Yeah, it's okay. This is my non-fetching English. How is it going
For this activity, we'll revisit the past and look.
Okay, let's go.
You're scared.
Hey, yo, what's up?
You're too very creepy.
Hi everyone, welcome to a very special reunion episode of 1 Week Love. Now, today we have the cast here with us, and I would like to say it's very nice to finally meet everyone here, even though some people I've met since the show has been filmed. Yeah, I mean, Sam I've met before even the show. But yes, thank you very much guys for being here, and thank you very much for being genuine and open during the entire series. I think I was enjoying watching from the panel and seeing how your relationships develop. So anything anybody want to say before we get into it?
Let's get right into it.
Gary! Yes! We love it, Gary. Since everyone is here, I think it's the best time for us to catch up with everyone, see what everyone has been up to since the show wrapped. All right, tell us more about what you've been doing and also like how your life has been since post-life at Funan.
Since filming ended, I've been playing a lot more music. Before the show, I was only playing once a night, but now it's like 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times a week. So it's been quite busy. It's been great.
I've been pretty much doing the same thing. I'm working as a model, so I'm doing a lot of shoots. And then yesterday, I also hosted my first ever hosting job. I hosted like the new casting, the annual basic model casting yesterday, and then I've been going for a lot of events also.
I went back to school. I mean, the trimester started again, so that occupies most of my time. Yeah, that's why I cut my hair, yes. From that, I got Gary got me a modeling job. He's a model now. Yeah, man, reach out to his faces. It's quite cool.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Gary.
Mostly the same. I have a day job, so I mean, explains the seriousness in the show. Besides that, I do some acting as well. Been going for castings. I think I went for one shoot from the time of filming of this show to now. And yeah, I'm just living my best life.
All right, next, Dania.
The same thing, I'm still studying. When I was on the shoot, I just came out of poly. Now I'm in uni doing marketing.
Let's go all the way to the other end. In the front row, Oliver.
Oh, a lot of changes have been made. Like now I don't wear a button. Nothing much to be honest. Like I'm just schooling, enjoying my life, enjoying my 20s, experiencing new stuff. Love stuff, not love stuff, yeah.
Okay, it's very vague, but we will get into it. I'm very certain we'll get into it. Okay, we'll leave it at there for now.
For me, life has been the same: traveling, schooling, working. That's about it, honestly.
So since the show, I quit my full-time job.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, and I'm doing content now.
I work even more now.
So that's so sad. It's a good stress. It's a good stress. Yeah.
I've just been very busy with work. I'm doing real estate full time, so that's honestly about my life. No dating whatsoever, nothing much, but just working. So yeah, I would say that, and I would additionally maybe self-discovery.
Okay.
Also. Yeah.
We've got a couple of people who selected each other at the end of the final Coffee, Tea and Me segment. Let's talk about Dion and Oliver first. You chose each other. Was this choice fruitful?
Okay, the show, right? We were put in a situation where we cannot really escape. We're all together, and then every day we're forced to do so many activities. So if you guys always ship us, right, it's more of a physical attraction. But then after the show, there isn't anybody forcing us to do all this stuff anymore.
It just nothing blossomed after that? Okay.
It's quite obvious that there was a lack of chemistry. I think there's lack of compatibility, and it showed more out of the show. We just decided, I think it's a mutual thing, that going forward it didn't really work, and we're not gonna force it.
Our date was so awkward. The tough thing. The conversation was a bit dry. I think it was a bit
looking
awkward.
back in hindsight, it was
everyone was
but you live and learn,
Yeah.
I think
On the bright side, Oliver is single.
Oh, that.
Are you single?
Okay. Are you seeing someone now?
Yes.
Not anyone from here, right?
I'm seeing.
Okay, so Oliver, you're still single.
I am pursuing someone.
Okay.
I am pursuing someone.
Okay, alright. Thank you very much, Oliver and Dion. Got enough information about your updates. Now, Kasey van. The question here, is the van still driving? Who wrote this? Is the van still driving, or did you run out of gas already? This is the moment of truth. Are you still seeing each other after the show?
So nowadays, feels expensive.
Okay, Don, you keep quiet. Kasey! These boys have so many things to say.
Okay, I was going to say,
Yes.
nowadays fuel is expensive.
Understand.
Yep. But we can afford it, so... Okay, so we are dating exclusively,
Okay.
right? But we don't really know the destination yet.
Okay, I guess the both of you have proven that it is possible to fall in love within a week.
Actually, can I say something?
Yes, say.
We didn't go on a single breakfast date, and we didn't go on a single date on the show. After the show, that's where everything
Interesting. So the show was a catalyst lah. Alright, let's talk about the rest of the people who didn't get so lucky. Did you guys learn anything about yourselves, or were there any takeaways from the experience that helped you improve or grow as individuals? Alright, let's start with Brandon.
I knew this was coming. I think I did learn a lot about myself. I realized I was very insecure about a lot of things which I didn't know I was. And then even after the show, I took some time because I didn't come out of the room for a while. It's very weird seeing life differently without lightings and producers and stuff like that. I think ultimately I took a page from Don's book after that. Me myself, I just don't really care.
Your book, man.
I think ever since I've done that, I've been a much more happier person. I think it's been other people have been gravitating towards it. So I think ultimately the show did me well.
Very nice. Dania, what have you learned? How have you grown since the experience?
I think reading all the comments, and at first I felt a bit but after having the girls, they always tell me it's okay, we know that you had our best intentions at heart. Everything felt much better lah.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, Oliver, I don't know why. Oliver.
Yeah, I've learned to button up my shirt. I've learned to use more words other than cute. I've learned to not I6 the camera. I didn't realize I was doing it that much. So I think definitely on screen and just seeing how other people see you, I think you do see yourself in a different light. Because most of the time, I think people aren't as honest or as upfront with you. So I did learn more about the public's eye on certain behaviors that I do, and whether I look at the camera and do this.
The trash coming out.
Especially with Don, definitely he made things a lot looser. I'm joking.
What things did he make looser?
Basically, I felt I could be a lot more of myself on the show after he came on. I realized
You stop them sus conversation.
I feel a lot better when I'm just being myself despite what other people think. I think there's some sort of empowerment from that, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more confident in myself, from the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a piece of advice. I mean, Most of you are, entering into this world head in, and it's scary, but as someone who's been working in this industry for 8 years, hate comments don't last. Be sure of yourself and I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, now that we have properly caught up, I want to talk about some of your favorite light-hearted moments from the show. Okay, anybody has anything that you remember that you loved or you want to reflect on?
I really love the peanut butter and the
It
was so delicious.
Wow, you've been dying to say that too.
Yes.
Actually, like one day, right, my friend was eating nuggets and Macs. Then she dipped the curry sauce into the chili sauce, and I almost slapped her.
no.
Then I took a video, then I sent it to him.
I was like, woman of culture.
To me, the solution is, right, 1 Nutella and 1 peanut butter for each individual label.
Then like that, me and Gary will get along.
You're saying we're not?
Okay lah.
Actually, this whole thing started, right, from not having coffee, tea and me because Don wasn't here.
Can we reveal? Oh, we can reveal. So, Sam, why don't you explain the situation?
Let's do this.
So you all think that, it's a mystery, got fifth guy, drama, it's going to spice up everything. He didn't come because Don was hungover and he overslept. And the producers were just calling Don, no response. He woke up at 9, then the producers were like, just come tomorrow. So that's why you see Wild Wet was only 4 of us. Wild Wet's supposed to have a lot more things we were supposed to do.
Yeah, but fair play to the producers for like...
Yeah.
I mean, it made the show also a lot more interesting.
Yeah, to be fair, the panelists, we're not privy to this kind of information. So when we first reacted to it, we were like, oh, actually, wow, throwing some other extra random guy into the mix to make it more exciting. But yeah, when we found out that he just didn't come there, like, Okay lah, but to be fair, the panelists and I had a conversation also. We also said like if it was any other guy, it would not have had the same impact. That's true. Yeah. All right, next thing I want to talk about, the coffee, tea and me segments where you all had to have breakfast with each other. Anything about like the food that you enjoyed or the conversations that you enjoyed? I feel like, what is about the youtiao?
You tried to get the...
Yeah, no, it was just a challenge that me and Don did.
And then remember what happened to the youtiao?
Hafeez ate it.
Let me clarify. Oliver and Don, you tried to see who had a gag reflex.
Yeah, who can go the deepest?
With the youtiao.
With the youtiao.
So both tried each end.
And then
we just put it there to go for our next scene. And Hafeez was hungry.
Hafeez!
Hafeez just ate in front of us. And I was like, which one do you take? This one?
Well, was it extra nice? Soft. You're welcome.
This sounds like a frat boy party and I'm not ready to be part of it. Very nice, very nice. And Rose, rapper Gary 2.0. One of my favorite scenes.
Hey yo, what's cooking? Good looking?
Wow. I'm not sure if that was my reaction, but I was like, because previously the day before we had the same session too. So when I met him and we talked, right, I was like, oh my god, I didn't expect this from him because the session before he was saying that you told me about the roses are red, violets are blue. But honestly, I kind of like laughed at it right now, and it's kind of a joke, a going joke, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah, word.
Since you've got the glasses on, I feel like you should make some freestyle rap right now. I want to see something exciting. Come on. Who wants to give the beat?
Gary.
Whoa.
We the cast of 1 week love. It is fun, but it is tough. We love
1 week love.
That was Gary's mixtape, 1 week love.
Can I just say that day, right, Gary was on fire. Like, he just woke up and decided to choose violence. Like, even during the beginning opening, like, us guys going to grab the thing, right? And then like, hey, can you pass the tea? Can you pass the tea? No, I said, hey, yo! Pass the tea. Then all of us died laughing. Then I wasn't there when he said, what's cooking good looking? But I think one of the boys were there, and Julian was there. And you could see Julian visibly shaking because
we were trying not to make any noise, but I swear I almost peed my pants. Like,
Finally, Sam, back to you. Your water ballet performance. Another moment that everybody was just talking about during that challenge in the pool.
No, so like the beginning of the challenge, right? Me, Dania, Dion, Ross, and Donovan. So we just lined up. Then the girls were like, hey, we cannot swim, we just chill. Then Don and I were like, okay, we just chill. 3, 2, 1, boom, they zoom off. You could see Don and I visibly like... what's happening? Then it's quite hard to run because I'm tall enough to run, right? It's quite hard to run in water.
Yeah.
That's why you see Don also was like going sideways, right? So I just thought, okay, I got long legs. I take big strides lah. I mean, I was exaggerating a bit lah, just to be funny. I didn't know, I forgot there was a cameraman behind.
What the heck? Okay, thank you very much for sharing some of your favorite moments. Now, as you guys know, the show garnered plenty of responses in the comments section. Some good, some not so good. We have gathered some of the most common sentiments that our viewers have had, and we're gonna give you a chance to address it, okay? Here are some of the comments. Number 1, Oliver, it's going to you. Oliver is so cringy and a tryhard. Don't harsh, sia. Do you have anything to say,
I don't
Oliver?
have to say anything. I mean, okay, if you guys think so from the show itself, I think based on
You put your hands down, then you just talk.
I don't know, this is just how I am, you know, like
Yeah, he's just being himself.
if it looks like I'm trying hard, then yeah, I guess I sort of get what you mean because I don't actually notice like how much I'm moving my hands. I'm like looking at the camera so intensely. I'm trying to work on that, but this is just how I am. It's a bit fidgety like when the cameras are on, especially. Okay, like on a date, I'm not gonna be like, you know.
Next comment, Dania is a pick me up girl. Pick me up, and Dania is too real.
I don't know how you can say pick me girl and real in the same comment.
I know.
It's a bit weird. But I think the girls can like vouch for me lah. Like, I'm just sticking up for them. That's all. I'm not doing much. I was there just for the girls. She's one of the realest.
She is the realest.
Yeah.
All right, next, two completely different sides. Brendan. Some people say Brendan's jokes are funny. Some says Brendan's jokes are not funny.
When I came to the show, obviously like I tend to like make jokes all the time and make people laugh, right? So like unfortunately sometimes people got it, sometimes people didn't. So I mean like to each its own. But then ultimately like after a while I realized like okay, if it's disrupting other people's day, then I'll just keep it to the people who like it. So the boys I think they got it. Unfortunately sometimes they didn't like it.
Next comment. This is funny to me. Atika passed the hot bowl to Gary on purpose during the Chinese food cooking challenge. Apa?
I didn't. I swear I didn't.
What?
Really?
You don't come and stir shit now.
Some people were wondering, hey, why would you take the hot bowl, those kind of thing, right? So yes, the water is hot, but of course it's a ceramic plate, right? So when I held it at the top, it's not hot.
Yeah, it's
But
not full.
But what I didn't realize is that it was slippery. And that was kind of like, you know, sometimes like, yeah, I got this, like, oh, I don't got this, right? And then, bam.
I think I also kind of like said that it was hot.
Yeah.
So
And it wasn't full.
But it was nice to see that like people came out afterwards to make sure that was okay lah.
Yeah. I think people don't understand how hectic the entire situation was.
The kitchen is so small, you put 10 people together, you try.
I think that's why they split it up.
Yeah, that's why they split it up after that.
Yeah, imagine if I was in that kitchen. I think I would have scolded all of you. All right, next one. Dion is such a mood. Very pretty and fits are always on point.
Yeah, I actually kind of like pick all the outfits carefully because I don't know when I'm going on a date, so I just put all my like nice stuff. But then you can see the breakfast, like I stopped giving a shit. I wore my pajamas, my
Because the
athleisure
guys
shorts.
didn't even put in any effort. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
breakfast.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
Only
It's
the
breakfast.
first breakfast, I wore like a dress. Other than that, I was like, never mind.
Next question. Donovan seems like a fun guy to hang out with.
Hey, thanks Who said that? Who paid you? No, kidding. Thanks What else can I say? Thank you. What else can I say?
And last but not least, Gary. Justice for Gary and all the people feeling bad for you. What do you think about this?
Just don't. Like, it's just circle of life. Chill, guys. I'm actually not too affected by it. It was tiring during the shoot, but like afterwards, it's all cool. I mean, the bros.
I asked him like what he felt after. He was like, I'm unfazed, unbothered, flourishing.
Yes! Print that on a t-shirt. I would buy it. Yeah, unfazed, unbothered, flourishing. Love it!
With my face and the sunglasses.
Okay, no, I won't buy anymore.
The comments like to call you King Gary, by the way.
You know what? Yes. You know what? There's so many creative people out there. If you are willing to Photoshop Gary's quote there into a design somewhere, please do it. Tag us on Instagram and then we will like share it.
Yeah.
All right, we are done with like the easier questions. We're gonna get to the harder questions.
True Move 2.0, let's go.
Dania, how was your actual relationship with Gary during and now after the show? Also, was there any conversations you've had with Gary that was off camera?
Okay, so after the gym activity, I went to like the supermarket with Gary to like talk to him about the whole situation with the girls lah. Like I clarified that it's not that we have anything against you or anything, it's just like all of us were very protective at that point of time. So I told him like just to avoid all misunderstandings, just don't go and touch anybody already. Then everybody happy, no problem.
So your relationship with Gary during the show, what was it like?
Like other than the whole Nutella thing that I went crazy online, right? It was pretty okay cause after that we had the one-to-one conversation all. Then we still could like joke around. Then I tell him like how to like cater more to the girls, like don't be so serious all the time, all that. Then like we're okay lah, right? Yes.
So now everything is good?
I never had anything like against anyone in the first place. It's just show.
Very nice. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Next one. Oh, this one's a toughie. Brandon, what is your current relationship like with Atika now after that incident during Unfine Dining?
We met a couple of times outside of the show.
I think during the show we didn't want to change numbers. So
we didn't want to change numbers. You didn't want to give me your number. Oh my gosh.
So I gave him my email, and then we kept emailing for quite a few months. So if you look at our email back, it's like you have to scroll all the way down.
Wow!
Because I kept traveling at one point, and then every time I'm in Singapore, he isn't. So we always catch up through email for the past few months. Yeah, only after we started Telegram with everybody in the group, only then we got each other's Telegram.
The thing is, it's like because she didn't want to give me a number, at the same time I didn't want to like break that boundary. Right? So like I think emails also quite fun. We could express ourselves differently.
And we keep signing off with different names. There was this one, he signed off as Mr. Pilot.
So
then after
cute.
that's where my followers thought that I was dating a pilot at one point of time.
Oh.
I always give her like fun tips about like planes and stuff, because I fancy this kind of stuff. So
I see. But any bad blood?
the thing is, like at this point of time, I would say I can call her anytime. She can call me anytime.
I guess you can say
After the show.
you're a plain gentleman.
Okay, use your one.
Use my one. Hey, Gary, can I use mine?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you sit in his cockpit?
Oh shit.
Let's go on to the next part where we are trying to resolve issues and clear up rumors. I'm curious, alright? Now, most viewers said that there was a gang mentality and bullying towards Gary. Now, Gary, how do you feel about these comments, and having been through 7 days with them, can you share some of your insights about it?
I took it with a pinch of salt, right? Don't make it like a, oh, I hate you kind of thing. It's more like, yeah.
Okay, I think for the most part we were just trying to be like very protective. Yeah. Because like Kasey told us that like she was feeling a bit uncomfortable. That's why I had the conversation with Gary off camera. But then all of us like we tried like girls spot girls, that kind of thing. So because of that, I think we started to like be very sensitive to like the small things that he did. Like maybe just like a tap on the shoulder or anything. Like maybe on a usual day we wouldn't have noticed it. But I think towards the end, I think the girls, especially Ross, like pointed it out. Like maybe we are thinking too much about it, that's why. But it was just coming from a place of being protective.
Yeah, and I think at this point, I think a lot of people need to realize that it is in such an enclosed space within such a short amount of time. And one of the things that we have to do is that we cannot invalidate how each other feels. However it happened and whatever happened transpired during that point. But most importantly, how is it now?
With Gary?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're good.
But he good or not?
Gary, are you okay?
As Kasey mentioned, I'm unfazed, unbothered information.
King Gary, King.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, okay, as you can say, water under the bridge. Next one, Sam and Rose. There were many people rooting for you during the show, even I was, but the ship sank after a while. In your opinion, what happened?
I think nothing happened actually.
Yeah,
It's
I was just about to say
really-
that.
Nothing really happened. We just started to drift apart and not really talk a lot. That's why we had a conversation at the end of the show to just have a closure about it.
Okay, but you guys are now friends, and I've seen you guys singing together.
We sang it because it's like a continuation of like the song that we sang in the
Yeah,
episode.
right.
So yeah, it sounded
Very nice.
good anyways.
All right, very good, very good. So right now, we have some videos for you to watch to refresh your memories, and also there will be some follow-up questions to them. So let's watch the first clip.
I don't want to win anything. She just wants to. Oh my god, I really did like it. It wasn't very respectful. And also today I eat breakfast before you go. Then I find out something that will hurt a bit. I was Because I thought that the way that she makes it sound like you're very clear. I don't know how you took it, like how you felt also. But I was actually like, that's why when she told me this, I was like, oh my god, you're still here. No, she got already. I thought you were back so late. Then you go baseball, do everything, and you still got pizza. Oh no, I was just talking to one.
So the two people we want to talk to is Rose and Kasey. Now Rose, you were offended by Kasey when she mentioned that Sam has picked her as his number one. Has this been resolved?
Technically, when she mentioned it, out of all the guys, I would say Sam was the one that I wanted to find out more. So I guess it's just a defensive mechanism where if I know a guy is not interested in me anymore, I'll just back away. But as much with that in mind, I was affected for sure. What happened after this conversation was, I talked to her, right? We had a conversation. I said that, this is how I felt because I kind of was interested in Sam at the point of time, and she did mention she didn't realize that I was really interested in him, and she said if I were to tell her earlier on, she wouldn't have said that. But in the bus, I felt that I've cleared my side, and we talked about it in terms of the whole thing was just a misunderstanding.
To me, it was like, oh, I'm just telling you guys this information because we have been sharing information who will pick who and whatsoever. Previously, when I talked to Ross, cause we keep shipping them together, so she told me she was uncomfortable and she was like, don't put us together, I'm not that interested, no. That was my impression, that she was not interested at all, and that was why I voiced out. Probably it's like miscommunication.
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
Yeah, because to me it was like, no, please don't put us together. So I thought that, hey, she's not interested.
It's just my kind of way of, because I don't know how Sam feels towards me for sure. Generally, I never speak about how I felt towards Sam at the point of time. At the point of time also, I was already fading away from Sam. I believe this conversation in this video was before our conversation in the bus. Just want to tell her that after the conversation in the bus, I never really talked about it. And I think afterwards, I did tell the girls that we have talked about it. At that point of time, it wasn't captured. I mean, afterwards, after this whole show, I kind of understand that. I just feel that at the end of the day, there's no point being stressed out about it, benefit of the doubt, whatever not. And just move on. Generally, I think for myself in this show, I had a few closures.
I don't know how, bro. What you want to do? How to do the spinning one? I in the middle.
Then how?
Then you have to wing ball. Okay.
Oh no, I know. Is you two this way? It's only 4, what?
Yeah, it's only 4.
What's this?
I don't know what you're attempting.
Oh, you're welcome to join the boys.
Oli told me that he felt bad because I think he feels outcasted when we celebrated. He felt bad.
No intentions.
Yeah, no intention.
No,
in case you think that we outcast you, we had no intention.
I just felt like maybe everybody energy very low.
I think everybody's just tired.
Yeah.
But you also say you're also quite tired.
I'm very tired actually. Very strong.
All right, let's talk about the situation at the court. Kasey, did you feel like you were being outcasted, first of all? And if you did feel that way, how come you never talked to them about it?
I didn't notice it.
Okay.
Because at the start I thought that everyone was very tired, and it's true, it was very tired. Everyone didn't really sleep much. So that was what I thought happened. But then I think there was one day that Atika came to talk to me, and she was like, hey, Oli actually noticed that you guys felt like we were a bit outcasting you. And then she came to tell me, say, hey, we did not intentionally outcast you. For me, there are certain periods of time where my social battery gets low and I can't always constantly be around people. So I'll go and have my time. Yeah, so I thought that was what happened. But then during that scene, I did feel a bit question mark because Ross was like, hey, come join us. And then I didn't really think much of the situation. After that, that was when we came back and then Atika talked to me. Then I was like, so I asked Atika, was there anything wrong? Did I do something wrong? If I did something wrong, tell me. And then she was like, no, but the girls want to talk to you.
At that point of time, we had nothing, so I'm just giving you a heads up that the girls wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because the clip, that the very first episode 8, that was me crying. That's why I was not in their room. So at that point of time, I missed out all of these things that has been happening. I only found out all this drama probably one morning after that, and that's why I tried to preempt you. It's let's just have a talk at night, then we just settle out. At that point of time, it was very uncomfortable. I think the fact that the boys actually noticed it, I just felt like, you know what, let's just solve it and then just get over it, because if there are tension between us, the viewers can see.
Yeah, I remember that night I said very clearly that I wanted all the girls to be in my room to talk this out. So the last day everyone will be like end on a good note, you know? But then that talk didn't happen.
Is there a reason why that talk didn't happen?
After I talked to Atika and then when Dania came back, we had a talk together. I thought at that point of time everything was settled. Don came to find me and then he said he wanted to talk to me. But I thought he was going to talk about like whatever's going to go on after the show. So we wanted to talk in the girls' room, but then there were people there, so he brought me to the guys' room. And when I sat with the guys, it just felt more comfortable because there was no judgment. It was a very safe space. So that's why the talk at the end didn't happen, because all these things came up and then I was shocked. I was really shocked.
Together in the room, my room. Thank you. Kasey. I told you that, and then like after you and Don had the talk, you literally went to a guy's room to like laugh and everything, and like really mentioned that you wanted to have a like talk yesterday night.
Like a last.
Yeah, like a last talk. And then he said, "Oh, I thought you guys were sleeping. You didn't even."
Actually, he came to find you yesterday.
But I didn't know. Okay, you guys have your own point of view, and I thought you guys were just tired. That's why you weren't talking. Like there was something off, but I didn't know what it was. I went there and I sat there, and Sam was like playing comforting music and all and whatsoever, and I just felt a lot more comfortable there. Yeah, but you have to tell me that you want to talk to me.
I actually told you yesterday that tonight, like yesterday night, we're gonna talk. But where were you?
Like, you really think if we go to the guy's room and like, hey,
no, you can message me. I got like your numbers for that reason.
She came to find you and hinted you.
Yeah,
I don't get the hint. I'm not that smart. You know. How was I supposed to know? I was just really sad. I thought we were close. That's why I got so stupid after that. I was like, what? I didn't know that this was going on.
I honestly find this like it's a small thing that became.
Like just snowball.
Yeah,
it's snowball.
It's something small that's snowball.
But I'm just gonna say also that from my point of view, I've never had anything against you. When you came over to apologize yesterday, I take your apology about like the whole entire misunderstanding, because like okay, if I understood what I felt.
And I think between me and you, honestly, I have nothing against you, and I talked it up to you about certain things, right? Like I always feel that it's because you are like I always say that clueless and oblivious to everything.
Yeah.
And I mean now you're trying to say that yes, it is true, but I mean that's why we have different opinions about it and we want to talk things out about it. It's not that we are against you or anything or we hate you or anything. We don't really hate. Because if we hate you, we couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Today is the last day. We can literally end this and not be friends at all.
Let me try to summarize everything that has been said. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding happening here. Certain things were said that were said to different people at different times. Not everybody got the entire picture. And I think a lot of piecing together stories from different people. And I think that's why it got a bit problematic, or it got different opinions from different people.
Yeah. Honestly, if we wanted to outcast you, we wouldn't even have bothered about you. We would just done our own shit and like not include you in anything. But the fact that we tried to settle stuff
was our kind of last attempt to like
fix,
mend things.
So I'll say nothing against you, but I feel like it's a dating show lah. So I mean, like, it's just my perspective lah. So no hate on any of the girls. Like, just my perspective only. I don't know about the guys lah, but it's at least for me. So like, I think guys and girls should mingle around. Maybe she wasn't spending time with you all, yeah, but she was spending time with me lah. So it's not that she don't want to talk to you all. Maybe the last night was a misunderstanding. Like maybe like you guys said, most of you all said you wanted to talk to her lah the last night, correct? Because if you ask me, right, if I was put in a situation, right, honestly, I might not have been as nice as Kasey lah. The guys were to do that to me, I'd be like, what's wrong? And this is not the 1 week bros, 1 week love. So I'm here to find love.
I feel like there's a lot of different people who have different situations with each other that I felt like when it became kind of intersected, it became a much bigger problem.
Honestly, I don't think anyone wanted any of this to happen, like the conflict and everything. I mean, all of us, the girls, we were very close the first few days. We had a lot of fun together and it was a good time. I'm sorry that it ended that way on the show. I think also there was a lot of like built up tiredness and everyone was also quite stressed because it's recorded 24/7 lah. So it was like external factors plus miscommunication.
As much as like some of us may not get along, I'm not very close to a lot of y'all, right? We are the only people, 10 of us in this room, who have the shared experience of staying together for 7 days, going on a dating show. As much as we won't be buddy, like some of us will be buddy outside, can I please ask y'all, from as much as we may not be supporting each other from like very nearby, please support each other from afar.
Yeah, correct.
Look at you.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to close this off properly with every single one. I have no issues with anybody, but if I have ever offended anybody, I would like to apologize.
I second that too.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you guys.
Nice to meet you all.
Are we all ready to let bygones be bygones?
Yes.
I'm ready actually. I'm like.
Wait first, I haven't said.
Oh, what you want to say?
I know sometimes the way I talk were like very harsh lah, but I didn't mean it. Okay, I'm sorry. Me and Gary are okay. Me and Brenda are okay. Everything is okay.
There you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the whole season of 1 Week Love. Give it up for the cast for making this season an amazing season. Honestly, when I first thought about this show, I didn't think it would do so well, but it really surpassed all our expectations, and I think all credit to you guys. Again, not everybody gets the chance to, be under a microscope 24/7, and it's truly an experience, and I hope you guys take away with it, and I really hope you've enjoyed the process and you've enjoyed being part of this show, and hopefully you enjoy whatever comes after this. All right? Now, for the viewers, not everything you see is the complete truth. There's still many stories behind the scenes and everything that's happening after. So don't be angry, don't send people hate comments, please. Thank you very much for watching this reunion episode of 1 Week Love. If you guys would like to see any shows like this or anything else in the future, let us know in the comments down below. As always, you can like, share, subscribe, and watch our other videos over there.
Good night, Kasey.
Hey, for the last time, good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Gary, stop it.
I've always wanted to say this. It's a wrap.
Yeah, officially.
Very quick.